Hvis du vil have sådan noget sjovt, så skal du komme her.
Det er jo den bedste aften for dem.
Velkommen til TV Vestsjælland. Penang er et fantastisk sted at holde ferie. Man flyver med Singapore Airlines til Singapore, der kan man så være et par dage, og så flyver man videre til Penang, og man kan opleve rigtig mange ting. Der er lækre badestrande, der er downtown, hvor det er, at der er mange ting at opleve, og så kan man bo på et hotel, der har en buffet, der er så overdådet, så man kan slet ikke nå det igennem, selv på de 8-14 dage, man er der.
Hello, Alison. Thank you for taking your time to
Thank you.
Have a little chat with us today.
Good morning.
And thanks for having us at the hotel and looking after us so well. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? And yeah, you're the
Certainly.
GM here, so please.
Well, first of all, I'm proud to say that I'm the first female general manager in the whole life of the hotel's history. So that was a great honour for me when I first came. I've been here about a year as the general manager, although I've been in Malaysia about 23 years.
Wow.
So I had all the right background, I feel, to be able to take on such a challenging role. And I've worked together with the team this last year to go through the renovation of the Heritage Wing, which is soon to relaunch,
yes.
we're glad to say. But I've been in Malaysia, many years, so this is like the pinnacle of my career in terms of being able to run such a beautiful, unique property.
That's nice. So 23 years, that's a long time in Malaysia.
That certainly is, yes. Yeah.
What do you like particularly about Penang?
I think the diversity, the fact that over the last few years, certainly the arts and cultural spirit of Georgetown in particular is improving so much and offers such a tremendous experience, I think, for visiting tourists.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great for people that live here.
Yes.
There's so much to do. I think it holds so much more interest in Georgetown as a destination than perhaps just simply coming here, going to the beaches, which, you know, quite frankly are not necessarily the best beaches in Malaysia, but I think Georgetown in itself as a destination has everything that one could want in a relatively short stay on the island.
That's nice. And visit Penang 2020 next year.
It certainly is, yes.
So how does that, I'm sure that's a nice...
well, of course, you know, we work quite closely with Tourism Malaysia and the state government, and so they'll be putting on a lot of initiatives for next year to entice people to come, which is good. And also they work with the airlines as well to put out promotions from, you know, whether it be in Europe or Australia or other parts of Asia, to entice people to come here. So we will fully support that, of course, to help to drive business to the destination of Penang.
Yeah, so we've just gotten on the first flight from Copenhagen to Penang with Singapore Airlines, so that's nice, and Qatar flies here as well, so that's...
That's
yeah.
correct. They're flying at least 4 times a week, and they're going on to Langkawi as well, so they're really promoting Malaysia, which is fantastic, and we're one of their preferred partners.
Definitely, so that's good for ENO. That's good for you guys.
Certainly, we're flying the flag.
That's great, that's nice. So let's talk a little bit about the hotel.
Certainly.
Please, so tell us what makes, we're very interested in the history of the hotel, and what do you think makes a stay at the Eastern and Oriental Hotel special? What do the tourist and your guest get here?
That's right. I think, firstly, there's so much rich history about the property. I mean, dating right back to 1885. You know, the 4 Sarkis brothers that owned the hotel, first they built it. They went on to build the world famous Raffles Hotel in Singapore, and also the Strand in Yangon. They had tremendous taste, of course, but moving forward from that, of course, you know, the hotel had gone through good and bad times. It was a beacon and always has been for Penang itself, so it has helped create the destination that we have today. I think what also happens over the years is that many people have such beautiful memories of the property, including some of the world-renowned writers that stayed here, that we have in fact named suites after, such as Somerset Maugham, you know, to name a few, but Herman Hesse, and this has created such great interest for some of the guests that even come and travel today. Many guests that I've met in the last year were either in the British Army or they were in the Australian Air Force, and actually were stationed here, possibly right back to the 60s, and so they love to come back to revisit the footsteps that they took all those, I say all those years ago, in fact it was a long time ago, and they still remember the Eastern Oriental Hotel as being the corner point, the cornerstone, I suppose, of what Penang was about. And so they have this desire to revisit those memories. And I think that's what the hotel offers to many people that come back to the destination. It also offers a tremendous heritage experience to people who have not stayed here before. And it's our desire to make sure that they do have a wonderful experience. Of course, that's a day-by-day challenge that hotels of this nature always have, to make sure that we are looking after all of the types of clients that we have staying here. It's not just tourists, you see. We are a big business style property as well. We look after government business, whether it be state government. We look after diplomats. We have a huge amount of corporate business, and you know, we have a massive responsibility as far as that's concerned to deliver the right type of experience. But our leisure market is growing as well, and as Penang becomes more popular and more doors open to different sort of markets of clientele, we have to be ready for that, and certainly be repositioning the property as being one of the true great hotels of Southeast Asia.
So that is what that's the brand.
That's absolutely yes. To improve every day, but to definitely be on everyone's bucket list, as it were, in terms of destination.
tell us a little bit? You talked about having a nostalgic feeling for some of your guests, that returning guests, I imagine, with its long-standing history, but also, excuse me, it offers a good one-time experience for new people coming to Penang to experience.
Very much so.
Yeah. How does the hotel, how does it represent all the heritage parts of the UNESCO Georgetown? How do you bring that to the guests' experience here at the hotel? That could be through your facilities or...
Yeah, I think it's with the, how should I say, the sense of sympathetic sort of style of interior design, and the commitment to not trying to deliver a too contemporary style of experience. I think it would be wrong to be offering, for instance, food and beverage offerings that were too out there or too edgy or too out of the box.
Right.
I think people do relish and are very comfortable with a certain sense of tradition when they come here, notwithstanding the fact that people choose to come and stay here. So they come here for their own particular reason. I think that Penang does have a lot of different price point choices for clients, and many hotels are a joy to stay in. But then you go to a different level where you are enticed by perhaps architectural beauty.
Correct, yes.
As well as historic sort of importance. But it's very much also the fact that there is a sense of tradition when you come into, especially the Heritage Wing, which is just about to relaunch. Unfortunately, you haven't seen it.
No,
this time.
I have.
But that really exudes that sense of timeless tradition.
Right.
I'm not saying that it means that our staff are dressed in, in costumes that represent
and have horse carriages outside.
That's right. We don't go to that extreme, but I feel that we do try to uphold that sense of tradition in everything that we're doing.
All right.
And that's what people like.
That's what they enjoy. That's good. So the Heritage Wing is being reopened in December?
That's right.
Is that the 20th of December? Or when is do you have an exact date?
First paying guests will be on the 20th.
20th of December.
Penang has a tradition, a social calendar entry that is the Christmas tree lighting ceremony of the Heritage Wing. So we have this huge Christmas tree that is put up, installed around the 25th, 26th, and it goes almost right to the top of the Echo Dome in the Heritage Wing, and we invite anything up to 400 people.
Wow. For
cocktails and for a sing-song, as it were. We welcome the festive season with some chosen Christmas carols, and we have a little choir that comes in, and people get very merry.
Yes.
In more ways than one. People get very merry and enjoy the experience.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
Boy, when I walked in the hotel in January, I was being asked, "Are you still doing this on the 1st of December?"
Oh, wow.
So I felt as if I had to.
So no pressure.
No pressure at all. No. So what may happen is that we will carry out this function and be very, very happy, and then the next day we'll probably close again. And just, make sure that everything is in order so that when we reopen for Christmas, we'll be ready.
That's good.
At the moment it still looks like a building site.
Oh, I'm sure it will all kick off and come along nicely.
Still a bit dusty, let's put it that way.
Well,
but it'll be fine.
Congratulations on the work and good luck with all that.
Teamwork.
For
sure. That starts from having very good contractors who we've been able to trust.
That's good.
Exemplary interior designers, and actually a very good team of people working together hotel-wise, so that we have huge lists, which are going down and down and down. But, when we do open, this is only the beginning again. It's not actually the end, it's the beginning of the new phase.
Okay.
So it will be added to the history books. You know,
and talking about teamwork, we have been greeted with the fantastic warm welcome.
Good.
We've had, Skelt has mentioned several times about the wonderful smiling team. Everyone from the restaurant staff to the room. What is the team spirit? How does one keep that up here, and how do you keep your staff happy?
I think in general, I mean, there are some staff that have been here for years, years and years, and there are other people who are just joining.
Okay.
So the difficulty is how do you motivate new people when they first come in, but also re-motivate and keep people, you know, happy and, you know, motivated when they've been here a long time. So this last few months we've been bringing in external trainers to really sort of inject some energy.
Great.
We reset the balance, I suppose, with our DNA in some respects, and looked at the culture of the hotel from behind the scenes, and have worked on developing new core values, and certainly sort of looked also at creating some fresh brand promises, as it were, for our clients who are going to be received. And we've indoctrinated ourselves with some of that over this last few months for Victory Annex, because the Victory Annex is such a beautiful building in its own right. It's been operating as a hotel. But of course it's difficult. You have 400 staff, so what I try to do, starting from the top, is to motivate people, try to inspire them, and to tell them that, you know, if they follow their dreams, they can achieve anything. If they want to be a general manager, they just have to be committed, work very hard, and everything is, you know, tangible. They can achieve whatever they want. But of course, certainly, many of the staff that have been here a long time, they just feel so at home here. The guests love them, and so I believe that that's why they hold the place very dearly to their heart.
We've had first-hand experience of that. The combination of the fresh blood and the
yes, that's right. The fresh blood obviously are tiptoeing at the moment. They're going through, I suppose, their own teething problems, but they soon integrate. And I'm very proud to say we have a very busy hotel, so they don't have much time to stand around doing nothing. Let's put it that way.
Everyone's
None
quite
of
busy.
us do.
No.
None of us do.
Like the old British say, firing on all cylinders. That's the.
Yes.
I love
We've
that
definitely got the firing on all cylinders.
Just got a couple of questions left. What, besides the heritage suite and the actual building and the design, is there anything that you do differently here compared to all the other hotels here in Penang?
It's always a difficult question, because you know, I've also been in the industry a long time, so I've been in different hotels. You know, the fundamentals of checking someone in, checking them out is effectively going to be the same.
Of course.
Hopefully we do it with a little bit more
smiles.
how should I say, sort of intimacy in terms of being close to the clients. But I believe where we are a little bit different is the service from the heart.
Yes.
That is played out by our staff, and the fact that many of our staff have known our clients for years, and the clients will say to me, you know, I've known such and such since he was a lad almost, you know, and here he is, he's got 2 or 3 kids. And they mean that, and I think that you don't achieve that in every hotel.
No.
I think that's where we stand out from many other properties because of that. But at the end of the day, you also have to have a good mixture of product as well as software, as it were, your staff.
Yes.
So I think we have a special product as well.
Yeah.
We are within town, we're within walking distance to main tourism products, but we're also right on the seafront.
Yes, absolutely.
And we have a little bit of greenery outside. We have beautiful views. And so I think that gives us an edge as well. We are a destination that people want to come to. So, I mean, it's breathtaking, the views, I believe.
It really is, and especially sitting from your 6th floor.
This is
and
right.
now with all the promotion for Georgetown, being so close to a UNESCO site, that must be...
very close to the cruise liners coming in as well.
Of course.
They love that.
So this afternoon at slightly earlier than your usual sitting, we are going to experience your afternoon tea.
That's right.
I also saw on the menu you've got a Sunday roast.
That's
slightly unusual, I'm sure, but...
well, it's actually, again, tradition.
Yes.
I think what I did when I came in, what I concentrated on was trying to, if we're saying it's traditional, let's be traditional. So we make sure with our Sunday roast that we have very, very good, cut of beef, and that we're offering exemplary Yorkshire puddings, which are very good, I have to admit. I've never tasted so good as they are.
Oh wow! I regret not trying them yesterday.
It's all about the hot fat and the flour they use, and the roast potatoes and things like that. So it comes across very traditional.
Yes.
Our afternoon tea also, I wanted to go back to cucumber sandwiches, which add the sense of tradition.
Yes.
Many places throughout the whole world offer afternoon tea, and different combinations of sweet items and savouries that they add to. Some people call it high tea, some people call it, and there's different definitions of both. What we've tried to do is offer as traditional an afternoon tea as we can, and that includes scones, jam and cream.
Oh, lovely. So
the argument always is, how do you layer it?
Oh, right.
You'll know living in,
exactly.
If you're from Devon, you do it this way. If you're from Cornwall, you do it the other way. But we don't quite go to that.
No, not yet. So tradition and heritage running through everything, from staff to interior design.
That's right.
To food and to everything. Okay, lovely. Is there anything else you would like to share with us that you think that you'd want
I
people
think
visiting?
I'm basically very honoured that you've been able to come here and stay with us and experience the hotel, and for that we're very grateful. And hopefully you'll be able to spread the word for us.
We definitely will.
We're very happy to have lots of Europeans coming and seeing this wonderful part of the world, especially at a time when it can be so cold and dreary back in Europe. It's generally always going to be warm, even if it's wet.
Yes, of course. No, it's this is a good time for Scandinavians to travel.
And I think now, because our Heritage Wing is being relaunched, it's a wonderful time for people to start looking about when they want to travel to perhaps Penang next year. Please come and try the new Heritage Wing. It's going to be a wonderful experience.